Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're going to have a look at Cardano. Now for me, I am so bullish on Cardano, right? I'm going completely against the current narrative in the space. I don't give a damn what others are saying. I'm very passionate about what I'm about to tell you in this video. You know, so bullish. I can't buy enough ADA. I'm going heavy into ADA right now. I think it's undervalued, and I'm going to tell you why I think this way and sort of talk people through it. Right, so if you like this sort of content, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, and you know, do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are. Do you agree and are your thoughts aligned to mine? If not, that's fine, do let us know, but back up with some reasoning behind it. Really interested to get your views and opinions. Right, so let's get down to the desktop. Let's have a look at the most recent price action. We'll have a look at advice.io and the artificial intelligence and machine learning and see whether that's going against my thought process. And then we'll dig into some of the most recent news. Let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start here at coin market cap. So currently up 7.33%, a little bit of a pullback at $2.12. So, you know, a little bit of growth. There is a little bit of life back in Cardano, which is always good to see, right? But let's have a look at advice.io. So currently the rating's actually come down. It's at B3. For the last 7 days, the change is down, so minus 0.74. You know, the fear and greed index for Cardano, you know, at project level is C3. So that is pulling it down. That is not a surprise to me. So at the moment, the market is very fearful in regards to Cardano. Now, there is an awful lot of FUD out in the media, on social media, lots of people following the same narrative that Solana is the one that's going to destroy Cardano, and it couldn't be further from the truth. AMI-HAD ratio is A2, so that's, you know, bang on. We've got the profitability A1. A1 is the highest rating, right? So very profitable. The last 10 days it's been trading moving average of $2, so it's a little bit higher than that. 50 days 217, so you know, you're still getting a good deal, and the 100 days is at 218. It's rated a D. That's mainly because of the last 10 days, I believe. And then you've got your Sharpe ratio at C2, so that is also pulling it down, right? So the artificial intelligence and machine learning is saying this is a B3. It's down, it's fearful, and you know, ultimately that's the rating that Cardano's got at the moment. Now, am I concerned about this at the moment? No, because I'm not a short-term, you know, looking at it from a short-term viewpoint. Now, you know, Nick and myself have talked about taking profits throughout this bull cycle. You know, Nick and myself have done this. You know, at the moment, I've taken out all the capital that I originally invested out of crypto. So everything that I've got is, you know, it's literally pure profit. So, you know, to me, in the short term, it doesn't really matter what happens for me. And everyone's different, right? But you've got to take profits along the way, right? Because you just never know what's going to happen in the world, right? And you know, things can change the financial landscape across the world and the markets in, you know, a split second, right? So, you know, you've always got to, for me anyway, and obviously none of this is financial advice, it's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, but you know, it's really important to make sure that you know, you have that risk tolerance and you fought it through. So, you know, for me, Cardano is situated in an absolutely lovely position. I think it's a fantastic price. Obviously, I think you know, you can get a deal at some point, you know, if you find the right areas to purchase. But overall, I think the market seems to forget what's about to happen. But let's sort of get into some of the news, and then we'll wash up at the end with my thoughts and opinions. So here we go. So this was from the 1st of November. Charles Hoskinson talks about Hydra upgrade and the necessity to tackle massive traffic demand. Now, I'm not going to sort of dig into the full article here. we sort of wash up here at the top. I'll link it in the description as well. So Cardano founder said that Hydra upgrade is a high commercial priority as Cardano blockchain prepares for high upcoming traffic. So we're around the corner, it's not too far away. Charles Hoskinson also spoke about the Plutus upgrade, which gives developers the ability to interact with smart contracts, right? So lots going on. I would read through this article. For me, it's going to be an important upgrade. Now I'm hearing on the grapevine that they're ahead of schedule for some of this stuff, so that's good news. Bearing in mind we're really sort of getting into the last sort of end of the bull cycle, right? So fantastic news. But if you look at the World Mobile website and you have a look at their blog, so partnering with Zanzibar to establish blockchain hub in Africa, right? So this is the reason why I'm so bullish on Cardano, right? And I'm going to surmise a little bit after sort of going through this particular article as to what my thoughts and opinions are, right? And sort of go into a little bit more detail as to why I am as heavily bullish as I am on Cardano. Now, I kind of feel like long term, this is a fantastic project. I think there's, some fantastic growth that we're yet to see, 2021, 2022. But we're sort of digging to this article to start off with, right? So we are excited to announce that in partnership with IOG, Input Output Global, also known as Cardano, we are partnering with e-government agency Zanzibar, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, to create a long-term blockchain solution and position the region as the blockchain hub of the world. So this sounds awesome, right? And rightly so. So expanding Zanzibar's blue economy potential. Ocean-based activities contribute to over 29% of Zanzibar's GDP and employ around 33% of their labour force. Yet the region hasn't realised its full blue economy potential. Blue economy refers to the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, livelihood and careers, including sustainable marine energy, fisheries and maritime transport. For Zanzibar to experience rapid growth in these areas, it needs the technology infrastructure to create more sustainable blue economy policies and enhance communication among the enterprises. Together with IOG, we now offer blockchain solutions for such an infrastructure. So this is great news, right? And Zanzibar is on the path to become Africa's blockchain hub, and we are thrilled to help make it a reality, sending ripple effects around the region. Together with IOG, our efforts to connect the unconnected will enhance Zanzibar's blue economy, and that is a statement here that Mickey Watkins, CEO of World Mobile, has said. So this is fantastic and really good news for Zanzibar and Africa, in my opinion, as a whole, because I think there's going to be far more that we're going to hear about this. So positioning Zanzibar as a blockchain leader by developing a blockchain academy, our collaboration will position Zanzibar as a leader in the industry. We also plan to establish a hub for events and conferences, which will attract industry professionals and talent worldwide. Our long-term collaboration will roll out over 4 phases, which will take 5 years. Ultimately, the initiative will expand Zanzibar's blue economy and lead to more significant economic growth, is basically what they're saying here, right? And obviously they're going to do that through infrastructure, telecommunications and so forth. Obviously this is really from World Mobile's aspect, at least in my opinion. But let's sort of break down the 5-year plan and how that's going to work. So phase 1, education. The first phase of this collaboration will focus on the education by launching a blockchain academy, developing a joint program for students and bringing back talent to Zanzibar starting in the spring 2022. The Blockchain Academy will hold conferences and attract experts worldwide. Then we go to phase 2, 𝗕𝗪𝗀 solution. In the second phase, creates an 𝗕𝗪𝗀 solution with IOG, implementing blockchain in registry systems with digital IDs, trackability and traceability. The integration of back-end government systems will enable business process automation, prevent corruption and cut software costs. So this is fantastic news, and that's going to be happening in spring 2022. Then we've got blue economy. The third phase creates a blue economy by formalizing the local fishing economy to enhance tax revenue collection, understand supply chain management, and improve tax and auditing visibility. Get my words out eventually. And then phase 4, model build out. So the fourth phase will replicate the blue economy model for other parts of the economy, including tourism, agriculture, and telecommunications. So shaping the future of Zanzibar, we will provide connectivity with our community owned telecoms infrastructure and our cost-effective hybrid network, together with IOG and 𝗕𝗙𝗪𝗔𝗡. We're implementing a system to create more efficient and effective government for the future of Zanzibar. So this is fantastic news. I think this was really important to cover off, and it segues, can't get my words out today, segues into my thoughts and opinions, right? And so, you know, from that article that I just read through from World Mobile and the stuff that they're doing with Zanzibar, I think it's quite clear to see that, you know, there's so much that's actually going to be happening in the real world. Now, you know, I've been very, very vocal from, you know, the day we started this channel that we look for projects, and we look for projects with real use case in the real world, right? Now, for me, Cardano is, well, it's going to have lots of real world use, particularly in Africa. And I've said my thoughts and my piece on Africa as a whole, and how that economy is going to really grow, right? And I think this article that I just covered off really sort of covers that in, well, it gives you a glimpse of it really more than anything, right? Because the stuff that was highlighted in that article is just a small part of what is actually going to happen in Africa over time. And I think that's the point that I need to make, right? So my vision is more of a long-term vision. So Nick and myself highlighted Cardano maybe 5 cents roughly, right? So we were talking about it really early. This is way before smart contracts and all this sort of stuff, and I appreciate people are only just getting in now, but my thought process is that, you know, Africa is going to become China in regards the growth that you're going to see. So if you think back in time when China wasn't sort of this powerhouse of factories and you know, this business hub that it became, I believe that Africa is going to become something very similar in the future in regards of the growth that we're going to see there, right? And a lot of that growth is going to take place on the Cardano ecosystem, in my opinion. And it's great to start to see some of this stuff come to fruition. So when I talk about how bullish I am on Cardano, I want people to realize that I am super long term on Cardano, right? We're talking 5 years. For me, 5 years, anywhere between 1,000 tokens and 10,000 tokens will make you a millionaire, right? But not only that, you're investing in a project that is doing real good in the world, onboarding people, giving people identification, giving people, you know, the ability to get education, unbank the bank, get people online through other projects that are going to be running on Cardano's ecosystem, like World Mobile. There's just so much going on, and this is just a small glimpse of what is happening, right? And over time we're going to get that growth, not only from the economies over in Africa, but I believe that they're going to go to other parts of the world. And you know, I think people and not, you know, considering what that larger picture or that bigger picture will be and what it will look like. So for me, I'm so bullish, and I am buying as much ADA as I can whilst the sentiment is negative and in the place that it is, because it is just a matter of time, and I don't think people quite appreciate what is about to come. So, you know, I still believe that Cardano will have a higher percentage gain than Solana. I could be wrong on that. The narrative has increased more towards Solana, but long term, for me, there's only one winner, and that's Cardano. I do believe it would be the king of DeFi as well, and I think there's just so much that's going for it, and the long term picture is bright. But do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are. Really interested to know. Obviously, if they differ to my thoughts and opinions, that is fine. Just back it up with some reasoning as to why you feel that differently to myself. See if you can persuade me to change my mind. And as you're aware, I'm obviously not a maxi for any particular project, right? I'm not emotional in this space at all. So do let me know. And just remember that none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and you should go do your own research and make all your own investment decisions. So don't make any investments based on what I'm saying in this video. And if you enjoyed the content and you want to support the channel, mash that like button, press that like button, tap that like button, hit that like button, whatever you want to do with that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, tap that bell, select all notifications so you never miss a video. And with all that said, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.